Leon slowly blinked his eyes open, his body aching like he'd just gone 12 rounds with a dragon. The surroundings were all too familiar. The Silver Dragon Castle, the place he had been trying to escape from for what felt like an eternity. Groaning, he rubbed his temples and tried to sit up. "Dad, you're awake!" A cheerful voice snapped him out of his daze. Mun, his daughter, half human, half dragon, stood by his bedside, her face beaming with innocent excitement. How did I get back here?" Leon mumbled, still trying to piece together his thoughts. Mun clapped her hands, clearly proud of herself. "Mom brought you back," she announced, as if dragging your dad home like a stray cat was the most normal thing in the world. Leon's heart sank. Damn it! She finally caught me, he thought, shooting a suspicious glance toward the doorway where Ross Weiss would inevitably appear. She always did, like clockwork, ready to remind him of his place. As if summoned by his thoughts, Ross Weiss strode into the room, her usual air of dominance intact. Her sharp eyes scanned him with a mix of amusement and authority. Before he could muster any sarcastic remark, Moon interrupted his brewing internal monologue. Dad, I bandaged your wounds," she said proudly, her small hands gesturing to his side where a neat wrap of cloth covered a scar. Leon glanced down surprised. "You did this?" His voice softened, impressed. Moon nodded enthusiastically. Just like Mom showed me." Leon couldn't help but smile. She's got her mother's strength, but none of her cruelty, he thought, feeling a pang of warmth. He recalled the legends about dragons, creatures raised in blood and battle. Yet Moon was different. She treated him with kindness. "Yeah, Moon, you're awesome," Leon said, ruffling her hair playfully. Moon giggled, basking in the praise. "When I grow up, I'll be even stronger." Leon chuckled. "Just don't turn out like your mother." A sharp voice cut through the lighthearted moment. "What's wrong with being like me?" Ross Weiss's tone was icy as she crossed her arms, her eyes narrowing like a hawk about to dive for prey. Leon froze, feeling the weight of her gaze. He swallowed hard. "Nothing, you're great, absolutely wonderful." Moon, blissfully unaware of the tension, tugged at her mother's sleeve. "Mom, I helped Dad, just like you said." Ross Weiss's expression softened for a brief moment. "Good, that's what you should do." Then she turned back to Leon, her tone switching back to strict. "But she still has much to learn." What a strict mother, Leon thought, watching the interaction. He hated how Ross Weiss pushed Moon toward some warrior ideal. She's just a kid, not some battle-hardened dragon general. "Moon, how about you go hide in the garden for a bit?" Leon suggested, suddenly feeling a wave of protectiveness. "I'll come find you after I count to 100. Moon's eyes lit up with excitement. "Really? You'll play hide-and-seek with me?" "Of course," Leon smiled, his heart warming at her joy. "But I'm not like your mother. I'll count slowly. 1, 2. "No, Dad, don't count so fast!" Moon squealed as she raced toward the garden. As soon as she was gone, Ross's sharp voice cut through the air like a sword. "I'm still talking to you." Leon sighed, turning to face her. "Can't you cut me some slack?" Her eyes narrowed further. "We dragons were raised in battle. If we're not strict from a young age, how can we raise strong warriors?" "But Muin's not fully a dragon," Leon argued softly. "Besides, she's so cute. Can you really be that tough on her?" Ross Weiss's gaze turned cold. "Cute is a derogatory word for us dragons." Leon smirked, unable to resist. "You're pretty cute yourself." Her expression darkened. "Don't get ahead of yourself. You're nothing but a servant, a toy for me to vent my frustrations on." Leon winced. "I'm more than that," he muttered under his breath, but wisely held his tongue. He knew better than to push her too far. "Fine, I get it." Ross Weiss turned away, her voice steady and commanding. "Good. Remember, I'm the queen of the Silver Dragon clan. I have important affairs to manage. The responsibility of raising the child falls on you." Leon couldn't help but chuckle at the irony. So the great dragon slayer becomes a babysitter. Just then, Moon's playful voice echoed from the garden. "Dad, you can't find me. Come look." Leon smiled. "Found you," he called back, heading toward the garden. But as soon as he stepped outside, Moon darted past him with a mischievous giggle. "Dad, you missed me," she laughed. "Now I'll find you." Leon blinked, confused. "Wait, didn't I just see you run by?" Shaking his head, he chuckled to himself. Kids and their tricks. "Dad, come here, I've got something to show you," Moon called out, her voice full of excitement. All right, Leon muttered, grinning as he followed her, his heart a little lighter despite everything.